believe. I'm not getting a feed. Hold on, let me double check the settings, because like it should be giving me a next sensor. Okay, wait. No, what? I guess it is going. Shit. Hold on one sec. I'm gonna try to pull up Twitch on my phone really quick. Okay. So it is running. Okay, so you have your audio included? Alright, so what the fuck's going on, guys? This is Chaos Reaper 13 here from Shadow Weaver Partially Censored Gaming. I unfortunately do not have Shadow with me today. Some stuff happened, some personal things came up, and he won't be with us, as far as I know, for this entire week. So I'm going to be doing some solo streaming for the channel this week. I will probably do a stream, 2 streams for this game that we're seeing right now today, and one for Saturday. So we are here with the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth. We do not have Afterbirth Plus on the console yet. I do have it on my PC, and at some point in the future I will be doing that, so look forward to that. But I am joined with our good friend and buddy. We both love him, we all hate him, and occasionally he does make me laugh to the point that I end up farting.
Hatred? Basilisk. Yay, boo, something.
I remember when we were discussing things, and you always said your introduction was just going to end up being Cinnamon, and then we forgot about it.
Well, we're not really doing anything together right now, so...
It's true. So, I have played this game quite a lot. I played the shit out of it here on console, and I've been playing the
That's an understatement.
I've been playing the absolute ever-loving shit out of it on PC now, since I have a desktop. And I have access back to that stuff. I've been playing it. I'll be playing Call of Duty and stuff on here, and I'll be having that running on my PC, and like in between matches, like during loading screens or in lobbies, I'll be playing Binding of Isaac until the next match starts. But this game is actually fairly cheap if anybody is interested in it. I would recommend if they've seen it. It is a really good game. I will also warn you that if you don't deal with really depressing stuff very well, I would not recommend playing this, because it does get extremely depressing. So, the game itself originally started as a Flash game. Bet you actually didn't know that, Basilisk. But
I did not.
This game was originally it's a roguelike game, plays similar to the original Legend of Zelda, that started its life as a Flash game and became highly successful, and it was later then moved over and remastered as Binding of Isaac Rebirth, that was put up on Steam. After that, DLCs started coming out with Afterbirth and Afterbirth Plus, which includes about a total of somewhere between 4 and 6 booster packs that add more content, enemies, items, and the whole 9 yards. There are mods aplenty for this. There are community-made mods. There is one community-made expansion mod called Antibirth, but you cannot have Afterbirth or Afterbirth Plus installed when you install this, because it will not work with those. But the way we're going to be doing this is I'm going to do this game straight up. I'm just going to run it kind of like I normally would, or as I do now on PC. But what we're going to do is, as we get things like the items from the treasure rooms or from bosses or anything, I'm going to be giving a little descriptions about what they do and how they work. So, oh, this is a neat item. So we just picked up Mom's Eye, which is the eye in the back of your head. Mom's Eye gives you a...
Lovely.
Mom's Eye is an item that gives you a small chance to fire a tear in the opposite direction that you are firing your tears. And this chance is based entirely upon your luck stats. So we're looking at all that. I should probably check my extra HUD. Okay, so yeah, that just adds items to my screen. It doesn't, on the PC version of this, you get this little thing where it'll add stats and stuff. And we just picked up the matchstick. This is a trinket. There are 3 kinds of items items in this game. There are trinkets, passive items, and active items. The Mom's Eye counts as what is called a passive item. It's an item you pick up and you store away, and it gives you a little passive bonus. Trinkets are items that you hold. They're passive as well, but you can only hold one of them at a time. Oh yes. So we did have the matchstick. The matchstick is a trinket that improves your chances of finding bombs. What we've just found is, and I apologize partially to anybody for this, we just picked up cancer. Cancer improves your tear rate, or your firing rate, rather. So it's actually probably one of the better trinkets in the game, in my personal opinion. So we're really interested in that. Now, thinking what we want to know is the treasure rooms, which are the rooms of the gold doors, or rather the gold border doors. On the first floor of any run, these will be unlocked for you. You can just freely access them. But after that, every floor afterward, you will need a key in order to open them. So it's always nice to try and find some of them. Right here, we are fighting our first boss in the basement. This is Littlehorn. He's not exactly really difficult of a boss, but I will say he's kind of annoying. His main forms of attacking are he'll drop these he'll throw down these little troll bombs. Sometimes he'll throw one that homes in on you, and other times he'll just drop one that stays stationary, or he'll spit these little black balls at you that seek you out. But the really neat thing you can do against this guy is when he starts doing his little spamming thing, where he starts dropping bomb after bomb by jumping through the holes, you can actually let the bombs kill him himself. So it really helps with the fight. And right here we get a really good item, actually. This is the pentagram. This will actually increase our damage by not too much, but a good amount. So let's move on.
Also can accidentally summon demons.
Well, there's something about that, but we'll get that later. All right.
Wait, what? Was that right?
No. But you do fight Satan in this game. Oh shit! That's an invisible enemy. Oh yes. Okay, so we've just picked up the dice shard. Now this is interesting. This is I would guess you call it a use item. Use items typically consist of tarot cards, pills, or ruins. From completing the challenges, you unlock those. This is actually a unique one of these. The dice shard actually takes on the effect of 2 active items, the D6 and the D20. For anybody who's a Dungeons and Dragons person, they know exactly what these terms mean. The D6 will re-roll any items, like pedestal items, so active and passive items, in the current room, while the D20 will re-roll, as far as my memory goes, all pickups. So like coins and bombs and keys. The dice shard is a one use that uses both of these. And what do we got here? Oh, we'll actually take this. So we just got the Ouija board. This actually gives us spectral tears. What this means is that our tears no longer are stopped by objects or obstacles, or even walls. They'll just go straight on through, but they will stop on enemies. Ah shit, I'm getting swarmed by flies. I do remember the first time that I was playing this game while I was talking with Basilisk here. I mentioned that I was killing poop, and I remember your reaction. You like legit just got so confused.
I was a little bit taken out from that.
Yes. Well, okay, so yeah. There are a lot of strange enemies in this, and I've been talking about this game this game quite a lot, and there's like I've been like the weird thing is that nobody actually 100% knows the stories of the game. Like you get what would equate to a piece of the story as you play through the game, and you get all the different endings. And I'm gonna go stop really quick. So this is the shop. Shops are always locked by at least 1 or 2 locks, so you need at least 1 or 2 keys to open them. The regular shops are usually only 1 key. Here you can use your coins you get to buy items, but this is where the real use of your coins is mostly at. The donation box. And yeah, so there's that. So the donation box will take in your coins, and every so many coins that you put in, it will improve the shop, or it'll unlock new items that will then appear in the shop later on. However, during any run that you have, unfortunately, the donation box has a random chance to break, meaning that for the rest of that run, it will no longer accept coins no matter which floor you're on. So moving on. But anyway, like we've been trying, like you get bits and pieces of the story as you get the different endings, but nobody knows 100% the full story to the game. That's the weird bit, because there's a lot of things that aren't mentioned 100% of the time. In fact, Isaac's mom is explained a lot in the game. In fact, one of the bosses is Isaac's mom herself. And the oddity is, there's a lot of items that have to do with her, but there are also a large number of items that have to do with Isaac's dad, but he's never mentioned other than that in the game. So there are fan theories all over the internet about various theories of what happened, what's going on, and how to explain these things. And there we go. We just unlocked a new item. That will appear later on. And we've just picked up the latch key. So what the latch key does is, right off picking it up, it gives you 2 keys, and it will improve your luck by 1. And any given run, Isaac, because anybody who noticed at the beginning of the game, we do have a lot of characters to choose from. Isaac, the basic character, starts with a luck of 0, so just standard luck. So let's keep on going. Oh, I hate these guys. Yep, and nope. Fuck. So if anybody will notice that I do have blue and red hearts on me. The red hearts are my heart containers. Those are my permanent health. The blue ones are what are called soul hearts. They are basically temporary hearts. Once they are gone, they're basically gone. So it's kind of just like a extra little shield in a way, almost. And crap, I don't have a bomb. So yeah, there are a lot of different kinds of chests in this game. There are the normal little gray and brown chests. There are red chests, which are basically demonic chests. There are gold chests, which you can only open with a key, but they'll sometimes have an actual item in them, not just pickups. And there are angelic chests, which also require a key to open, but they will, depending on if they drop something other than an actual item, they will, and there we go, and they will close, and then they will they'll be able to reopen again, so you can keep opening them until they either stop dropping items, or what is? I don't think I want that item. But I will give a quick description of it. Or anybody asks, I do have a bit of a thing to help me out with this. This is the kidney bean. This is an active item that, when used, it causes Isaac to fart and will charm all nearby enemies. But let's use our dice shards, shall we? And we picked up the
what the hell?
The bean. The bean is, again, similar to the kidney bean. However, this one, if I'm remembering this right, where is it? Sorry about this. I'm just checking through kidney, the Basilisk is just hearing these item descriptions and he's just like questioning the world.
I gave up on questioning things.
Not that one. Where is it? Yeah, with this game, questioning things usually just makes it more confusing. It's better with this game to just accept things. There it is. And that's an ad. Okay, so the bean is another active item, and upon doing this, I will basically, it's the same thing, but instead of charming enemies, it will poison them. So it's actually really good. It's actually better than the kidney beans, so I prefer to kill them rather than just have them fight for me, because that only lasts a few seconds. And here we have our first tarot card. This is Strength. This will actually increase my damage by quite a lot, actually. And crap, this is technically this is a boss, but it is mostly just used as a mini boss. I forgot what it's called, but I do know that it looks like a bunch of flying butts. So there's that. And we have our next boss. This is Peep. Oh. God damn, I hate this guy. Okay. Now we're gonna use a card. So fart on you and poison your ass. I will not succumb to you and your pee. Basilisk, he's peeing all over the floor.
And give up.
And he's dead. Alright, so what do we get from you? And we get a snack. This gives us one more heart container. So we are now up to 5 of those. And right here, we have an interesting little thing. As far as I know, this can never happen on the first floor of a run. But it will happen after the second and anything anywhere afterward. This is called a Devil Room. These have a random chance of appearing after you beat a boss, and what they are is they allow you to make what are called devil deals. These are deals with Satan himself. You give up heart containers and you can get really nice items. So we'll pick this up since we have extra heart containers. This is Dark Matter. This actually gives our shots a chance to inflict fear upon enemies, meaning that they will no longer attack us and they will actually start running away from us for a short period of time. So now we're in the caves. Ow. And right there, you just got to see another mechanic. Those are black hearts. Black hearts, what they do is they always take 2 hits to be taken out. They work similar to soul hearts in that they are only temporary. But when a black heart is basically destroyed, it activates a effect similar to the Necronomicon item, which does 40 damage to all enemies within the current room. And this will also include bosses. So. Alright, there's some... Let's go. So yeah, me and Basilisk were just playing Crossout not too long ago, and Basilisk
Yeet!
and me have been just starting to create monstrosities at this point. And that's a lot of poop.
Everything from rocket-powered dildos to mechanical centipedes of
Death.
something. Maybe a little more than death.
Alright, this is neat. So this is the 2 of clubs. There are several card items that are not tarot cards, but are in fact playing cards. The 2 of clubs will double the amount of bombs you have, meaning that if you actually have no bombs at all, it'll just automatically give you 2 bombs. So it's really nice to find. There's another one. Let's try this one. Nope. Okay. So another thing you always want to know is if you manage to find the boss room on a floor, and you have yet to find the treasure room, it is always within your best interest to backtrack and try to find the treasure room again. You always want to get as many items as you can for the fights to come. Ah, you little fuckers, I hate you. No. Back off. So yeah, these enemies are kind of annoying, but they're manageable. And it's just a little hard. And what do we got in here? Oh, yes. Now, this little box you can see here with the little arrows on it, this is a restock box. You put coins into it, and what it'll do is it'll re-roll these, and it'll basically let you try to get different items. But I like this item that we got here. This is the tractor beam. What this does is aside from increasing your firing rate, it has this little thing on you that projects this beam. This little beam will keep your tiers online with it at all times, so you can basically kind of, in a sense, almost curve your shots in a little way. But it's a really good item because it also increases your range a little bit, so it's always worth it to get this item. Although with my tiers modified as they are, I can hardly see them anyway with the tractor beam on. So what am I doing? We need to go to the boss room. Here we have Gurdy. Okay, this is one of the kind of an easier boss, but kind of don't like him personally myself too much, but Gurdy's not too bad actually, although considering we're talking about a giant pile of guts and organs and shit. The face.
What the hell?
Oh, you think that's bad? There's a little Gurdy, and then there's also the Gurdlings, and then there's Mama Gurdy.
I repeat my previous statement.
It is reasonable to note as well that only certain bosses will appear in certain floors, so it's very important to know what they are. So, here we are down in the depths. We are only one floor away from Mom. And this is a dead-end room with those guys. I don't want to be in here. Get away. Ooh, so this is a challenge room. There are two types. There are the challenge rooms, the normal challenge rooms like this, and then there's the boss challenge rooms. Challenge rooms can only be accessed as long as you have relatively full health, and the boss challenge rooms can only be accessed when you only have one red heart left. So these will have random chests in them at times, so you never know exactly what you're gonna get, but it's always worth it to check them out if you can access them. Depending on what kind of chests you find, will denote whether or not you should take the risk, because sometimes you can get some really good stuff. And yes, one of these two chests actually gave me a damage up item, Steven. So, we got that now. These enemies right here that I just built, these are Mom's hands. These are interesting. They work similar to the Wall Masters from Legend of Zelda games. So if they grab you, they will take you back to the beginning of the floor. So it's important to note that, because sometimes that can actually be helpful to you. I might do, for Saturday, if Shadow's still not up to it, I might do another Call of Duty stream, because there is a special event going on right now called Operation Shamrock and WoW.
Pheromone.
Alright, that was one of our first pills. Pheromones works the same way as the kidney bean does. But it's really interesting because of the playlist, the way that the playlists are working. And this is something interesting we have here. This is gold poop. There is poop all over the game that you can...
Oh god! Glorified poop now.
You can sometimes get little, you can get money or bombs or even hearts out of regular poop. Gold poop will guarantee you money all the time, but not just like a coin. It'll give you a lot of money. So you see one, always try and break it if you can get to it.
Stuck on a guy.
I should probably turn up the gamma a little because it's a little dark. All right. And what do we got in here? Ooh, that's actually a pretty relatively good item. So this is Sissy Longlegs. Let's see here. Sissy Longlegs. She's actually one of my more liked items. Sissy Longlegs is what this item does is it spawns you this nice little familiar that will wander around the rooms randomly, and she will occasionally spawn friendly blue attack spiders. Attack spiders and attack flies, both of which are blue, do double your tier damage. So, and will and if they are close enough to enemies, they will actually seek them out. So they are really nice to have. And that is the fish head trinket. Not gonna go entirely into what that does right now, since I can't 100% remember off the top of my head because I've yet to really figure out fully what it does myself. So we'll continue on. And there is the boss room, but we are gonna go pick up this little item because this can be really helpful to us. This is the emergency contact item. This item will, well, let's just show you. Yes, it summons Mom's hands in order to attack enemies for you. It summons at least 2 of them. But right now we're dealing with Brownie, and this is basically as it looks. It's a giant ball of poop with corn in it, and that killing him turns him into Dingle. Or I believe that one's Dangle. I don't remember. There's the 2 of them. But here we have another item. This is Mom's coin purse. This will drop you 4 random pills. We have Infestation, which will break all poops in the current room and spawn blue spiders from them. Power Pill, which is basically as it is. It's Power Pill from Pac-Man games. Bombs are keys. This is an interesting little pill. All pills, there's at least, as far as my memory goes, there's 9 different kinds of pills that you can get, and they're all randomized. So that while they are all different colors, all these different colors, all the different colors will be completely randomized every run. Bombs are keys will swap the number of bombs you have with the number of keys you have. And here we have another devil deal. So, yeah. I'm gonna take this guy, Rotten Baby. He will spawn a blue attack fly for you, but you can only ever spawn 1 at a time. And yeah, we'll take this. And we've just unlocked Azazel. He's another character. You unlock Azazel whenever you make 3 devil deals in 1 single run. So, and the item we just picked up is the Whore of Babylon. The Whore of Babylon will give you a huge damage boost when you only have half of a red heart left. So, really nice to have, especially if you think you're going to get into a situation where you might end up being close to death. So, let's continue onward. Ooh, that was close. Keys and bombs, always lovely. Ow. Alright, well, we haven't found the treasure room yet for this floor, so let's move on and try and find that before we go fight Mom.
I'll be
more
back. I got to reset the TV again.
Oh, okay. Just fighting poop. Alright. Ooh, noticed that last second. These little things are super annoying. I hate those things. There are spiked blocks in this game that do slide around. They're similar to the ones that you'd find in the Legend of Zelda games, and there's also the ones like those that only respond when you move in within a certain area and like sensors almost. Alright. Oh god, get away from me. Yeah, this game will do this to you a lot. Can't get to it, but you can if you have flying. Or another item that allows you to jump. Because Isaac apparently can't jump. He says white man can't jump. Ah, here's a boss. This is another boss. I believe this is Polyphemus, I believe is his name. It's hard to remember. Power pill. And let's go check out the shop over here. See if we can find something in here. Ooh, well, I'll take that. Yeah, you drop me nothing. You're a cheap bastard. Ow. Alright, more bombs. Always welcome. Alright, moving on. As anybody will notice, I do not have my camera on for this. It is because there is, as everybody can see, there's way too much information on screen, so there's really nowhere to put the camera. And, oh, this is a really good item. This is far better than the bean. This is telekinesis for idiots, or for dummies, rather. This is a active item that upon use for the entirety of the current room, your tears will do homing. Or they will be applied with a homing effect rather. So I'm gonna check some of these. Because sometimes you can get black hearts out of skulls and also tarot cards. So sometimes I like that. And the magician. This is another tarot card. This one does the same thing. It'll apply homing to your tears for the current one. And now we fight Mom. Of course, we have the tractor beam anyway, so homing really doesn't mean a whole lot to us. There we go, we defeated Mom.
Isaac was cornered. His mother, fueled with the desire to serve her God, was bearing down on Isaac. "I will do as I'm told, my lord. I love you above all else," Isaac's mother repeated to herself. This was the end of the line for Isaac. His mother was far too strong for him. But just as he accepted his fate, God intervened, sending an angel down from above to stop his mother's hand. And just like that, it was over.
Or is it? I'm sure nobody wants to see the credits. So we've unlocked the womb, and we've unlocked a couple of challenges for doing this. So basically, this is a game where you will be dying a lot. It's actually probably the first time I've ever, on a first run basis, been able to make it all the way through without dying once. So that's actually really interesting. And the Harbingers. We've just unlocked some new bosses that'll appear in the game. So this is a game where you will be playing it quite a lot. You gotta keep doing reruns, rerunning through it constantly, and you also have to keep, you will die a lot, so you're gonna be restarting and respawning quite a bit. So, let's go in again. And we got the burning basement again this time. Don't really like this one too much, because depending on the room, it can be really, really hard to see. And our first treasure room, we have, no. I do not like this item at all. I can find this one. There's actually a very specific reason that I do not like it. There it is. This is the doctor's remote. This is basically what this does is every time you use this active item, it'll place a target on the floor that can be controlled, and pressing the button again will launch a missile instantly. Otherwise, it'll be fired automatically after 6 seconds have passed. The missile itself acts as a larger bomb, so it does 20 times my tier damage. I don't normally like using this, but it's not too bad of an item, so let's take it with us and let's go. Now here's another nice little thing. So there are mini bosses throughout the game, and they are all tailored off of the 7 deadly sins. So you do get something actually for beating at least one of all of them. So let's move on, shall we? And that was another tarot card. That was the Chariot. It basically does an effect similar to that of the Power Pill, but instead of it being a Pac-Man thing, it's kind of a unicorn thing. Yes, unicorns. That is key. I'm going to want to pick that up before I leave, because the boss room is right here. And I need that key for the next floor. But first, we gotta clear out all these enemies. Clear out some more poop. Alright, and let's go fight the boss. Here we have Ragman. This is probably one of my more hated bosses for the basement. I hate this guy with a passion. Mostly just because he's really annoying and he's constantly doing this. He's spawning these annoying spiders, and if he's not throwing his head down to do it, he's doing whatever the heck that was, going Super Saiyan on me. But it is nice because whenever he throws his head on the ground to spawn another one of these, you can, until the head stops moving, it will not spawn. So you can, in fact, shoot it at the head still. He will only ever spawn up to a total of 2 of these at a time, which is really annoying. And fucking hell. We defeated Mom, so we're on our 2nd run now. And dealing with a really annoying boss, so.
Sounds lovely.
Oh yeah, it's fantastic. Shit. I forgot he can spawn up to 3 of you little fucks. No. No. Stop it. Bad. Off on me. You need back. Die. Okay, he's dead. So I can pick up some health from him. Finish off you 2 little fuckers. Ooh, and we get stem cells. This is another one of the HP items. This actually does give me another heart container, and it does something weird with my face, but we'll not really point that out because it's weird. So let's move on. Oh, this is interesting. Fuck. Flies. Bad flies! Ow. Hooter! Leave me alone. Yes, so if anybody asks, yes, all the enemies in this game do have names. Just like the original Legend of Zelda, not all of them, some of them make sense, not all of them do, and even the ones that do and don't make sense are extremely weird. Pill bombs are keys. Fuck! Damn it, game, you knew. You knew. Oh, thank you. the game was kind enough to actually give me another key. Ow! Meat! Leave me alone. Alright, let's go back to the treasure room. And what we got here? Ooh, we got Little Loki. 4-way, buddy. This is a nice little familiar that follows you around and will fire tears in the 4 cardinal directions, same as you can, but all at once. So he's actually pretty nice to have around.
I had to redesign that fucking race car.
Why, so it doesn't blow up anymore?
No, I flew to a pole and got stuck.
Good lord. Thank you for the key.
Like
And
I
now
said
we're
earlier,
fighting
you try
Monstro once
flying a
again.
fucking race car.
And I missed my airstrike. Shit.
To quote one of my favorite racing quotes in history, after the 3rd flip, I lost control.
The fuck?
Yeah.
Who said that?
You know, I can't remember.
Alright, and we got a snack.
1970
So we got 5 heart containers now.
I gotta look it up now.
Now we're in the caves once again. And this is a shitty room to start with. Fuck you flies, booming boom flies, no, these are drowned boom flies, my mistake. Drowned boom. Ow, fuck.
Don Roberts, 1975.
No idea.
No. I have to run you through the tragic history of the racing empire.
No more spawning flies. Another key, thank you very much. But I need a treasure. There is the treasure. Treasure. So I will say, for anybody who's interested in this game, for the price that it is, this is actually a really good game. It'll keep you entertained for an extremely long amount of hours to go. And for the for the price that it is, I would actually say that they charge way less than they should have probably, but that's my personal opinion. So we just picked up the box of spiders. This is an interesting little item. Every time that you use it,
Don't
it'll
give them
spawn-
ideas.
Well, they can't. You can only really charge so much for a game based upon how much it costs you to make it. This game, from what I know of, wasn't extremely expensive to make, considering how simple all the game's mechanics are. So, box of spiders is a neat little item. Every time that you use it, it'll spawn you a couple of friendly little blue spiders. But you know what? Yeah, we're gonna stick with that. Because it is a little bit better than the airstrike. Especially because they're really nice. It's nice having little spider friends. I will call them Lucas. This is rainbow poop. Yes, there is rainbow poop.
Okay, now you're just on drugs.
Rainbow poop is interesting. Upon breaking it, it will fully heal all of your red heart containers. Along with making a nice little jingle with children cheering and a rainbow appears on your screen.
Okay, that time I did blow up.
Exactly. And here we have one of the new bosses we just unlocked. One of the Harbingers. This is Pestilence. This is one of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. And he can be a little bit annoying from time to time. Especially with all this green creep that he keeps pooping out all over the floor. And this guy's got the runs like crazy. Ah, shit. Now here's where you'll also notice one of the main issues with this game. The items that you find are completely based upon luck. So you never really know what you're going to find. And if you don't end up getting any like, damage items or firing rate items, you can have a really hard time when you start getting lower on the floors. But we've beaten him, and upon beating him, we've gotten the Book of Revelations. And here we got another new item that we just unlocked, the Cube of Meat. This is a neat little item. It spawns this little cube of meat that will float around you in a circular pattern, and this can perform contact damage with enemies if they touch it, as well as block projectiles for you. But it has a nice another little feature. If you collect multiple cubes of meat in a single run, it will start to get bigger and change shape, which is something that many people who might very well be familiar with. But we'll save that for another. Why does this thing
move so fucking much?
I don't know, you tell me. Boom fly. Shoo fly, don't boom on me. Ow. Ah, spiders. I hate them.
Ah, he blew himself up. You want some boost?
Trying to kill you before you spawn flies, but whatever. And we have another pill. Balls of Steel. This is a neat little pill that when used will give you between 2 and 3 soul hearts. So it's a really nice pill to end up having, especially when you can find more than one of it. Basilisk has just given up on this.
Yep.
And this is another pill we can get, Retrovision. This will pixelate our screen for several times, at least 3 times within a 30-second period. So, and what do we got here? Take a little bit of damage. And here's another tarot card, the Fool. This tarot card will, upon use, teleport you back to the beginning of the floor. So in certain cases, it can be extremely helpful to you. Spawner. You. And I got a penny for my troubles. We still need to find that treasure. More poop! And these little ones have corn. More bombs and a key. More bombs. That's the treasure room. Now, to note, these black rocks you can see here, these square black shiny rocks, These are indestructible stones. You cannot walk through. You cannot walk through them. You cannot walk over them, and you cannot blow them up. But you can fly over them. Oh yes, here we have a nice little item. This is the Mini Mush. This will reduce your size, increase your speed, and it also increases your range a little bit. But it's actually a nice item. I actually kind of like this one. Now, an important thing to note is that Isaac's size can change. He can get larger and he can get smaller. Doing this actually will change the size of your hitbox, surprisingly. But it also does some other things. While it does change the size of your hitbox and where it is actually located, it also makes it harder for you to pick up things. On one of my own runs that I have had on the PC, I managed to get myself so small that the swarm of blue attack flies that I had around me were actually bigger than I was, so I could hardly even see my own character. And here we have another new mechanic. On every single floor of the game, you will have 2 of these rooms. You can only find them by bombing through the walls or by having an item or a pill that will allow you to see them. But these are the secret room and the super secret room. We are currently in the super secret room. These will often hold nice little items for you, some chests, or even have a shortcut to the next floor or an entrance to the I Am Error room, which we'll go into at another time if I ever find it. I've only ever found it about 3 times myself, actually, how rare it becomes. And we'll use this card, the Empress. This tarot card actually increases your damage by a pretty good number, actually. So it's actually really worth it to have. And if you find it on the floor and you're worried about the boss, hold on to it. It may actually help you in the long run. Considering this is the only damage I've gotten so far, it's actually really nice. And Gertie is dead. And here we have the wooden spoon. This is an item that will increase our speed by quite a bit. Still a bit concerned that we're not getting any damage items, but we'll get to that in a minute. And we have somebody watching us. Welcome to the stream. I hope you all enjoy this stream of The Binding of Isaac. Somehow I think I know who that viewer is too. It's probably Falcon.
At least he's loyal.
If that's the case, Falcon, I am sorry, but I cannot check chat right now, as it will again ruin my internet if I have the stream running while I'm actually doing it, so I can't watch the stream. That also means do not start sitting there messaging Basilisk, because he did get annoyed the last time. Now, anybody who's playing this game probably for the first time will note that the controls are a bit kind of awkward, and it does get a little bit challenging at times with the way the controls work. And that's actually 100% understandable, since I've had the same problem myself. Controls are a bit weird to get used to at first, but once you get the hang of them, the game actually becomes pretty simple and easy for you. Although I'm not sure how simple a game is where you play as a crying naked child. Oh, and here we have one of these Zodiac items. This is Tauros. This will lower our speed, but it does have a secondary effect to it. What this item actually does is, and I hate that these heads pop up all the time. This item will lower our speed by a slight bit, but when you're in a room with